Welcome to Heartline Letters, where the night feels a little less lonely, and the stories we share remind us how connected we really are. Tonight, I have a letter from one of you, an anonymous listener. It's a Dear John letter, the kind of goodbye that's been carried in someone's heart for a long time. Now, if you've ever loved and lost, this one's for you. Let's hear it. Dear John, it's funny how the mind works. I hadn't thought of you in ages, and then out of nowhere I saw a jar of blackberry jam at the grocery store, and there you were. Do you remember? That tiny roadside stand we stumbled on during our first road trip? We bought that jar of jam thinking it would be this fancy addition to our breakfasts, but it sat in the fridge untouched because you hated blackberries and I kept forgetting it was there. We laughed about it for months. It's moments like that, those tiny, insignificant memories that have stuck with me. Not the arguments, not the silence that crept in at the end, but the jam, the road trips, and the way you always sang the wrong lyrics to every song on the radio. The wrong lyrics. Oh, John, you sound like my kind of guy. Isn't it amazing how it's not the grand gestures but the quirks, the misheard lyrics and jars of forgotten jam that make a relationship unique? Those are the things that linger. I used to think love was about grand moments, the big confessions, the dramatic fights, the making up. But with you, I learned it was in the quiet things, the way you'd pass me the first cup of coffee without a word, or how you'd wait outside the door with an umbrella when you knew it was about to rain. You made love feel easy, John. But somewhere along the way, we stopped being easy. Do you remember that summer? The one where it felt like we were speaking two different languages? You wanted more plans, more structure, and I felt like I was drowning in the pressure to grow up faster than I was ready. You wanted the white picket fence, and I wasn't sure what I wanted yet. That's the hard part, isn't it? Sometimes we're not on the same timeline, and love, as beautiful as it is, doesn't always fix that. When we broke up, I was angry. Angry at you for pushing, angry at myself for pulling away. But mostly I was scared. Scared that I'd lost the best thing I'd ever have. For months, I avoided all the places we used to go, didn't listen to any of the songs we loved. But time is funny. It doesn't heal everything, but it does make the sharp edges softer. Now, years later, I see it differently. We weren't meant to last forever, but that doesn't make what we had any less real. You were my safe place when I needed it most, and even though I couldn't be what you needed, I hope you found someone who is. That's the kind of reflection that only comes with time, isn't it? It's one thing to move on, but another to look back with kindness for yourself and the person you loved. I wanted to write this letter to say thank you. Thank you for the way you made me laugh when I didn't think I could. Thank you for teaching me how to be present, how to see the beauty in the little things, and thank you for letting me go. It hurt, but it set me free to figure out who I was and what I wanted, without losing myself in the process. I'll always think of you fondly, John. You'll always be my favorite wrong lyric singer. Take care, Anonymous. Wow. To Anonymous, thank you for trusting us with this. Letters like these remind us that endings aren't failures. They're transitions. They're part of the story, not the whole of it. And to anyone listening tonight who's still carrying the weight of a goodbye, I want to tell you this. It's okay to miss them. It's okay to hold on to the good moments while moving forward. And it's okay to take your time. You're not alone in this. Breakups may feel like endings, but they can also be beginnings. So take it one day at a time and remember, the love you gave wasn't wasted. It's part of who you are now. This is Heartline Letters. Stay with us. We'll be back with more stories from the heart.